Hello and welcome to Always Bored, Never Boring. I have a really quick video for you today because we are checking out Doomlings Imaginary Ends, a variety expansion for Doomlings. You may recall, and if you don't, the link to my original Doomlings review is in the video description below, Doomlings is not really my cup of tea. I enjoy it well enough, but the reason I keep going back to it is because it is my son's favourite game. He has just turned 9 and he still isn't at the stage where he can play really well, but the game has captured his imagination. So much so, when he found out we were being sent Imaginary Ends for review, he decided he would use his imagination to design more of his own Doomlings. He carries this sketchbook with him everywhere, and he is always doodling something. This is a double-page spread of his latest Doomling creations. So who's this guy here?
His name is Halved.
Halved. And what does Halved do?
He makes your guy have a crack in the middle and have two personalities.
Oh, fantastic. And what's this guy here?
Block Boy.
Block Boy. Okay. And what about this one over here?
He's roly, 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 roly.
Roly, 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 roly. My son is the reason we are always so excited to get some more Doomlings in the post. And the Imaginary Ends expansion is worth getting excited about, as it introduces over 120 cards to add variety to your games. They are divided into 5 sets: Deeplings, Moonlings, Glitterlings, Fuzelings, and Magical Merchants. You also get 1 mystery holofoil from the range. I got Jibwib. The Deepling set comprises 16 traits, 2 dominant traits, 2 ages, and 1 catastrophe. The main gimmick here is the inclusion of suppress effects, which I would say are slightly more complicated than a lot of the Doomlings effects and require a bit more thought. And you probably need a group of players who are already very familiar with the Doomling system if you want to incorporate these cards. When you suppress a card, you play it face down under any non-dominant trait you already have in play. That card has no traits, no face value, and does not affect drop of life effects at the end of the game. However, each suppressed card is worth 1 point. This means you can use suppress effects to turn useless or negative cards into points at the end of the game. Just be careful. If a trait leaves your trait pile, all suppressed cards under that trait are returned to the bottom of the trait deck. The Moonlings set also comprises 16 traits, 2 dominant traits, 2 ages, and 1 catastrophe. These cute critters are most effective when you have a small hand size. Many of the cards have effects that reduce the size of your gene pool, which means you are going to be drawing less cards each turn. And there are also many traits with effects that force you to give cards to other players. That's fine if you have some negative traits to get rid of, not so great when you have to make the selection at random. Of course, as always with Doomlings, there is a way to use these effects to your advantage. Often, the traits will grant you valuable rewards for having only a few cards in hand or for giving cards away, such as bonus points, the chance to play additional traits, or the ability to draw more cards. As with some other expansions, the concepts here are a bit more nuanced, and for younger players it may seem counterintuitive and maybe even less fun to want less cards to play with. As such, I think Moonlings are probably best reserved for the more experienced players. Next up are the Glitterlings. You get 16 traits, 2 dominant traits, 2 ages, and 1 catastrophe. Glitterlings are all about fun and chaos. They add a huge dose of randomness, so they aren't going to be for everyone. Add these cards when you want something a bit sillier, and you are playing with people who aren't going to get annoyed when Lady Luck decides she doesn't like them all that much. There are traits that will let you continually draw cards until you fail to meet a specific condition, traits that let you play random cards from your hand, and traits that will randomly add or deduct points from your score at the end of the game. Personally, I always found Doomlings to be rather random anyway, so you might as well lean into it. Incidentally, one of the cutest things about Glitterlings is that they don't have opponents, only friends. That means every time the term opponent would be used on a trait, the term friend is used instead. It doesn't make any difference in terms of gameplay, but it is the sort of sweet detail that makes the Doomlings experience what it is. Imaginary Ends also includes a small set of Fuzelings, a mashup of Deeplings, Moonlings, and Glitterlings. You get 9 traits, 1 dominant trait, 2 ages, and 1 catastrophe. As you can imagine, this produces some wacky combinations, such as traits that let you suppress cards if you have a small hand size, but then also force your friends to take an action of some kind. I am rather fond of Extravagant, which combines the elements of Moonlings and Glitterlings. It is worth 3 points, and when played, you have to give a friend all of the Moonlings and Glitterlings from your hand. This can help you to move on some clag you don't want, and makes it easier to trigger Moonlings' abilities on future turns. The biggest new addition to the game, and the thing that mixes up the core gameplay the most, is the Magical Merchants set, which comprises 11 merchants and 40 trinkets. When setting up the game, each of the age stacks should include 1 basic age, 1 catastrophe, and 2 merchants. You should also shuffle the trinkets, and after players have drawn their opening hands of traits, they should each draw 2 trinkets, keeping one face up in front of them and placing the other face up in a trash pile. While a trinket is face up in front of a player, its awesome power is active. These powers may be useful, or they may absolutely suck, forcing you to discard dominant traits or preventing you from playing specific colours. Fortunately, trinkets also have a pocket objective. At any time, players can pocket a trinket by completing that objective. That card is flipped face down and will award the points in the bottom right corner of the card at the end of the game. If at the start of a new age a player doesn't have any face-up trinkets, they draw one. Of course, they may then get to engage with a merchant. These shady characters give you options for switching out a trinket you don't want. Just be careful, you may end up with something even worse. Much like the treasure set was my favourite part of the Legends of Endoras variety expansion, the Magical Merchants set is my favourite part of Imaginary Ends. It adds something completely new, with additional objectives and ways to score bonus points that significantly shake up the core gameplay experience without heavy-handedly adding in a lot of extra rules. It's exactly the same set collection system, just with always-on effects that impact your choices and a rolling series of objectives for bonus points. And that is neat. In summary, I think this is a decent expansion. Variety in Doomlings is always welcome. You can mix and match the sets you want to create different gaming experiences. But the Magical Merchants add something totally new that I really enjoy, and I think they are easier to learn and integrate than the treasures from the Legends of Endoras. But let me know what you think, because that is it from me for now. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, please consider pressing the like button. If you really like this video, please consider subscribing if you don't already do so, and hopefully I will see you all again very soon. Bye bye everyone. Bye bye.